You have a purpose. You are valuable. These are things that you can never forget. And I want to talk about this in this video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it with my baseball journey, my baseball life. Right now on the screen, you can see myself, my baseball card when I was 9 years old. You see it there. My team, the Yaucanos. I played second base at that time. And that's where baseball started for me. I I'm a big fan of baseball. Let's leave it at that. I'm gonna go into the purpose, the value after I tell a little bit of the story about my life with baseball. But baseball started there for me at the age of 9. We played. I remember we played in the playoffs that year as well. We played against the Braves, Yaucanos versus the Braves. From 9 years old, then my baseball journey went to, you can say, the streets where I used to live at in the Bronx, New York, the back of the building, the projects. There's a little, I don't want to say it's a baseball field, but it's a strip. For those of you that know, you know. It's a strip, a dirt, there's dirt there, grass, a place where you could play baseball. So we turned it, they had gates around. We turned it into our baseball field, me and my friends. Shout out to all of them. And from there, that's where I think I fell more in love with baseball. And it was amazing. It was something that, wow. 9 years old, I don't remember a ton. I remember I got some hits. I remember playing second base. I may have even played catcher too. I mentioned second base already. I was around 4 feet something. I'm not sure exactly. 9 was kind of a blur, but behind the building, I felt like an everyday thing. Pitching, throwing, hitting the ball so far that it hits the next building. You have to play with not a wiffle ball, but a sponge ball. The balls that are just like baseballs, but they're just sponge. That if you hit it and it hits somebody or a window, at least it's not a hard ball. A hard ball breaks the window. A hard ball, it breaks somebody's head or something. So, that could hurt. But we had the sponge ball, and we used to just be out there playing baseball, getting the swings, and it was amazing. Then from there, I played high school baseball from 2006, or was it 2007? 2007 to 2010, all 4 years of high school. Of course, the seasons, they start late or whatnot in the year or early in the year. So high school baseball, that was another phenomenal experience. I made my most recent video about telling baseball players to be better, where I spoke a little bit about some regret. And if you want to hear about how more of my high school life was in baseball, you can go back to that video. So baseball from 9 years old, in the back of the building, wasn't organized, but it was baseball for us. It was something that we practiced so much. Then high school baseball, and 14 to 18 high school baseball. There's a lot of great moments, a lot of learning moments. Then I remember in one of my videos I said I'm not gonna go to age. I ain't gonna do math or nothing, but um all the way from high school, fast forward. I have a remote, fast forward. These last 3 years, baseball came back into my life. It started from my nephew, one of my nephews by faith. um, being there and being able to see his practices, being able to see his, games. Started off with that. Just going. Then from that, going to some of his games, seeing some of his practices, I started to, like, I don't know if they call this father mode, even though I'm not a father, but I started to analyze and say, man, I would do this, and that different. Then from that, it ended up going to me going to the park with him and training with him. Teaching him this, do that, work on this, work on that. Especially in the mentality, because the mentality is important. Then from that, guess what? From me being around his team a little more, another opportunity came where I had a chance to coach his team. It's a small world, and sometimes it's good to connect with people. I'm going to do a video about that really soon. I'm not sure when, but why it's important for you to connect with people. I'll go deeper into that. Of course, we can't connect with just everybody, not anybody. Some people stay away. But it is in other words, if you find the right people, it's good to connect. So the opportunity out of nowhere, people that I didn't even know, they saw me around, they liked how I, you can say, carried myself, the little bit of knowledge that they saw, the little bit of me seeing me do some activities, they liked it. And before I know it, I'm coaching the team. It was a house league team. And, I coached a team. It was a house league and in Canada, Toronto, Canada. So I coached them. We started off the season, whew, brutal. But from day one, I always said, no matter what, win, lose, or draw, we're going to get better. 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 So that was a goal of mine, getting better no matter what. And we got better. We started off really bad, but then we hit a winning streak. We were in the playoffs. I believe we had a few playoff games, 2 or 3 playoff games. We ended up, if I'm not mistaken, 1-2 or 2-2 in the playoffs. Of course, the games in the beginning house league, they're not elimination. When we got to the one elimination game, we lost it. If I'm not mistaken, 5-10. We played a good team that had our number, and it was there. And then from there, I built connections. People connections that still today, you're connected with these people. And then, okay, season's over. What happens next is that the fall comes, and those players, we keep the connection, and we end up going to a facility to start training together. And me, from just coaching, now I'm back after 15 years practicing for myself. From that, the following year, the next season came, and guess what? Lo and behold, after training the whole fall, winter, spring, an opportunity came for me is a tryout for a team. Tryout. I tried out, I made it, I played. And with another thing, being on Instagram, I found another opportunity to coach, because that other team where I coached with House League, for personal reasons, I wasn't able to continue. But I advised them I wasn't able to continue. But then the past summer, another opportunity came. And, without a doubt, give a shout out to the DCBC Panthers. The opportunity came with them to be a part of the coaching team, the coaching family. And there you have it. Till there, I'm coaching, and this coming season, I will be coaching with them. That's my plans to, be with them, and even to be able to play again this coming season. That's the next plan and expectations that I have. Life throws us curveballs and so forth, but we always gotta go forward and be ready. So why do I say you are valuable? You are purpose. It took me time to go around with. I hope you stood with me till this part. But why? Why did I say you are valuable? You have a purpose. If your purpose is baseball, or maybe it's something else, you cannot forget that you have value, a purpose. Why? Because I just can't believe how my life went from here with baseball all the way down the biggest mountain, then to come all the way back up where baseball is a part of your life. And why do I say the value part? Because look, this is things that you just never forget. There are people that you're going to meet, that you're going to have an impact on their life. And vice versa, there are people that you're going to meet, and they're going to have an impact on your life. Vice versa. So that means that impact you're leaving on people's lives, if you don't think you are valuable, if you don't believe you have a purpose, so you're going to look at every day as just another day, which that's not the case. I know that sometimes in life it seems like everything's loading, buffering, things are taking time, but you have a purpose. You are valuable. And this is something that you can never forget. Why do I say that? Baseball, we're just giving the example of baseball. Baseball could have despised me and said, "Oh, you left me for 15 years, never come back, get away." You get what you get the example I'm saying. But look, baseball welcomed me back. It's like God, of course, not comparing, not saying anybody's God. God is great. No one's like God. But baseball welcomed me back. So look, there was value there. There's a purpose there. And maybe you're at a time in your life where you don't know what your purpose is. You have a purpose. Keep searching. Keep seeking. Keep looking. Because without a doubt, you have that purpose. You have that value. So I gave you two things. You have the value because people are being impacted by you, and you are impacting people's lives. And let alone the kids that I've been able to coach. Have I changed everybody's life? Of course not. My job is not to change the world or change everybody's life. I can change myself and be a better version of myself, which could lead to people having a good experience. But I believe though in these months I've been able to impact people's lives. People have even told me that I've impacted their lives, not just in baseball, but all around. So I went around my baseball life. I could have been despised by baseball. Like people today, maybe you feel despised, but you have a purpose. Your purpose, if you don't know what it is, you're gonna find it. But I don't think it's possible for you to find your purpose if first you don't value yourself. And when I say value yourself, it means care, have esteem. Do not be the one to put yourself down, because I've seen a ton of people put themselves down. And I don't think that this is something that you should do. Don't see how my head's down? Don't put yourself down. You have value, you have a purpose, and keep moving forward. Thank you all for the support, for watching these videos, and I would like to ask you to subscribe, leave a like, comment, share this page, share this, and maybe you need to send this to somebody that you think could hear this message. I'll be soon choosing videos like today. Today I mixed it purpose, value, but I also mixed it with my baseball story. I wanted to see what it's like to put a few in one. But I'm gonna be doing part one, part twos, sequences of certain things that I want to talk about. But right now I'm at this time where, I'm doing videos. I want to be open with my videos. That's why if you have a suggestion, you can leave in the comments what video you think I should do. If you want to reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok, higher expectations 33. I'm here to talk. If you want to talk to me, maybe you don't know your value, your purpose, and you just want to talk, or you want to talk baseball, you want to share your baseball journey, you can feel free. Okay? I hope all of you have this message inside of you. You never forget your value and your purpose, and that no matter what, you move forward. Many don't believe in themselves. Many don't believe in their purpose, their value. They live they live without a purpose. You have one, and you are going to move forward.